A portion of today's video is kindly sponsored by Factor. Well, hey friends, so glad you stopped by to hang out with me today. I just have some stuff that I'm doing around the house, getting ready for sort of the last hurrah of summer, and I just want to button up some projects. Got some decluttering, a little bit of organizing, a little bit of gardening, some sourdoughing, and just generally checking off the to-do list. I am not putting pressure on myself to get it all done, although that might be part of this title because, you know, the algorithms love it. But if you're here for some motivation, you're gonna get that in a gentle way, and you're gonna get some encouragement because we're all in this together. We can get some stuff done together, and we can also enjoy that downtime. That's the message that I'm all about here on this channel, so I'm glad you're here. Why don't you drop this emoji in the comments, and we're gonna get started in the schoolroom. So you may have seen the video from a couple of weeks ago where I gave this room a bit of a makeover, and even though homeschooling, our school year hasn't technically started yet, we have already been absolutely loving this space and the refresh that happened in here. We've been having so much fun with our little computer setup with the adjustable height desk. It's been going great. Today, I think I'm going to move this plant that I got here in the corner to this corner, hang it up here. I feel like we've got a blank space up here that could use a little bit of something, and then having it up here makes this shelf situation just look a little bit too heavy and busy. So I think making the swap is gonna help. And then also, I'm going to be working on doing a little bit more drawer organization, a little bit more decluttering in here. And then I have a plan for labeling these drawers for now that I think is going to work a little bit better than these janky old like mailing labels. Before I get to that though, I'm going to rewind it a couple weeks back and throw it off to sponsor Natalie. Hello, it's actually Natalie from a couple of weeks ago. I just inhaled my peanut Buddha bowl from Factor to die for. Right now as I'm filming this, I'm in the middle of my schoolroom remodeling project. I have been working my butt off so much, and Factor has been a lifesaver with their pre-made, chef-prepared, dietitian-approved meals. These are ready in 2 minutes, so I don't really have to interrupt very much what I'm doing, especially in a busy week or a busy day like today. A couple of weeks ago, I was talking to you guys about how sometimes I'm bad at just like pausing and sitting and eating and fueling. Mom life, small business owner life. We're in that crazy busy summertime, also getting back to school, and I am just over the moon. Like, I am so excited about these Factor meals. They are fresh, never frozen. They're America's #1 ready to heat meal kit. Factor sent me this first box and I am in love. In fact, I think I'm gonna go on their app right now and just sign us up for some because this would be perfect for lunches. I'm going to use my own code, which is NatalieB50 at factor75.com. I'll have the link in the description box for you guys to go check that out. You can use my code. It gets you 50% off your first box. Delicious, nutritious meals delivered to our door. They're a sister company with HelloFresh and Green Chef, 2 brands that I've worked with in the past. I still love and order from those brands, but for like a quick lunch or like on-the-go meal option, Factor is where it's at. This is the sun-dried tomato chicken meal. Can't wait to have that one. I had a sage and black pepper pork chop meal the other day when I was painting the wall. And honestly, I don't think this schoolroom project would have been possible without Factor. So thank you so much for fueling me, Factor, and for sponsoring that portion of today's video. It's actually still a little dirty, but I have this old macrame hanger. This was in our old house. I had it in a box. And I don't really do the boho thing very much anymore, except for like the chandelier in the room. I'm actually looking for an alternative for this light anyway, but I need a hanger, and I'm just gonna use what I have. It's what you do with what you got. There we we go. It's up. I had to shorten it a bit because these vines are long. This is a pothos plant, if you didn't know. And I think it'll be even happier here close to this window. This is a eastern facing window, so it gets lots of good sunshine in the morning and then indirect light throughout the rest of the day. And I have to show you this. Here's our bird feeder, which I actually have to refill. And we have sunflowers growing from what the birds like scratched out and dropped on the ground. And we've got this big one. It gets taller and taller every day. I can't wait for it to bloom. The garden is calling my name. We will get out there eventually. But first, I need to do a little bit of organization and some decluttering and labeling for these drawers. I found these, they're just business card clear pockets that are adhesive on the back. I haven't even opened up this package to see if it will actually work. I thought that instead of these handwritten silly little labels that just fall apart, I will do these. They actually, okay, they are adhesive. And then it's opening on the side. And I will, after I clean off these labels, I will stick these here like that, and then slip in a piece of paper. That way I can slip them in and out and say what's in them. And they're good and stuck on there, but they do remove easily without like leaving like what the other labels leave behind. So I think the game plan right now is to take off all of these labels, and in the process, I'm gonna be going drawer by drawer and just finding things that don't belong, consolidating other things now that we have this new arrangement with them stacked. And by the way, they are anchored, like tethered to the wall. I had a lot of concerned comments. I should have pointed it out in the video when I did it. I did it off camera, didn't talk about it. But thank you for your concern. No one is going to be crushed by these because they are secured to the wall. So I'm gonna go through the drawers, and as I do, clean them up, make a list of the different labels that I need to, I think I'm just gonna type them out on my computer and print them out with our little printer over here, and then just like button this project up and be done. So this little drawer project with removing the old labels, relabeling the new drawers, doing the last little bit of decluttering and organizing, this is something that has been on my pre-fall or pre-new school year to-do list that I've honestly just kind of been putting off. It's been looming over my head. I'm someone who tends to put off and kind of procrastinate on tasks that in my mind feel monotonous. But for stuff like this, I definitely tend to just kind of put it off, sometimes for literal years. But I kicked myself in the pants because the reality is I've been working on this space so much to make it as functional and user-friendly as possible for my kids. I owe it to them to have it be clear what is in each drawer, to have things decluttered out that don't belong anymore. And I did do quite a bit of decluttering several weeks ago. I will link a video in the description box if you guys want to see a bit more of a detailed decluttering video. And while this task definitely proved to be a bit tedious, with having to remove these old labels, I ended up just going in with some orange essential oil to dissolve that adhesive and to really be able to scrape it all off. It was on the tedious side, but it didn't take very long, and I'm so glad that it's done. So I just want to be an encouragement to you that you're not alone if this sort of thing just kind of overwhelms you, whether you're like me and you've got ADHD or not. And wherever you find yourself right now, you may have something on your to-do list that you've been putting off and procrastinating that probably won't take very long. So here's just a little bit of gentle encouragement to get on up, maybe use the rest of this video and maybe the time that it takes to watch the next one if you've got an autoplay going on. And why don't you at least just get started? For me, I find the hardest thing to get is going. And if I can give myself a little kick in the pants to get started on something, it feels so good to get that ball rolling. And I find that more things end up getting done. Okay, now that I thoroughly smell like orange, so I just typed out a list of the different labels that I need for these drawers. for this year. And I've got a template for business card size cards in a project in PicMonkey. And I'm just gonna type out each label, print them out. I've got a paper cutter. I'll just slice them up and see if I can stick them on the drawers and see if this is a good way to do it. And speaking of pre-fall or back to school to-do lists, I just want to take a moment to thank you guys so much for an amazing August. This is the month that I do my Back to Fall series, where together we just kind of work through our to-do lists and do some prepping and planning as we approach the new season. And oh my goodness, you guys have been so encouraging. Camaraderie in the comments and in my messages and emails has just been amazing. And I am so, so grateful. So to express my gratitude and to give back to you guys a bit, I'm going to be hosting a giveaway in this video, and I'm going to be picking 2 winners. All of the details of the giveaway, as well as how I'm going to pick those winners, is going to be in the description box. Be sure to check that out, especially to avoid the scammers that are out there right now. It's just gotten so crazy, but I don't want that to stop me from being able to send you guys a little bit of love and to thank you so much for all of the support. It's been an amazing Back to Fall series, an amazing August. I am so excited for September. I will be taking the first week of September off from uploading on this channel, as I do each month. But I will be back on Tuesday, September 12th for my annual Fall Clean and Decorate With Me video. And as I work through my to-do list today in this video, I'm keeping some of the things that I want to do for that Clean and Decorate With Me video in mind. I want to enter that time feeling blessed, not stressed, and getting some of these things checked off of my to-do list definitely help with that. That job is done. And I mean, you know what? It's not perfect, but it's progress. And I think this will work for us this year. And I think they will be able to read these clearly and see what's in the drawers. I have a bag here of things that I am decluttering out. I just have little odds and ends and things on the floor here that need to be cleaned up. I made a second drawer for our Osmo system because we're sort of outgrowing one of the drawers, and with all the decluttering that I did, I definitely have freed up some space over the last few weeks. So we've got some crumbs and stuff on the floor. I think I'm gonna run my robot vacuum, and then it's time to head outside. I have some stuff I'd like to get done in the garden, but first I need to stretch my sourdough. I've got some good smells going on in this corner of my kitchen, if you consider the smell of sourdough good. I have my little starter here in this jar bubbling away, and today I used it for some focaccia dough. I've shared this recipe before. I actually have it as a blog post, so I will link that in the description box. It's a pretty slaggy sort of dough and goopy, and this is its final stretch before I let it sit for just a few more hours before I bake it. Stretching it helps the gluten really strengthen. It makes a good structure to the bread, even like a sort of fluffy focaccia bread. And I think I'm gonna do like one of those Van Gogh focaccias. Van Dough, if you will. Like little slices of veggies and onions and edible flowers, and make a cute little arrangement on the top of your focaccia before it bakes. I have some things I can grab from the garden when we do a little bit of harvesting today that I can use for my focaccia later. So let's go do that. Let's head out to the garden. Okay, I'm here in the greenhouse to grab kind of like a little crate for harvesting some veggies today. And then I also want to grab my gloves. That's important. There. And then I've been setting aside some seeds for crops that I want to direct sow. I actually built, I'll show you in a second, I actually built a new no-dig garden bed for fall crops, and a lot of these are just direct sow. So I have a few different types of radishes, some carrots, rutabaga, lots of carrots. And then I actually started some, what type of cabbage is it called? It's like a Chinese something, it's a Napa cabbage. and it is my starts are hardening off over on my little potting bench on the back side of the house. We'll grab those in a second because those are also going into the ground. But let's grab these, our crate, and go to the garden. It is a gorgeous day, beautiful and sunny, but definitely cooler than it has been. I give monthly garden tours in detail over on my Patreon, and the next one's gonna be filmed here soon because it's almost the end of the month. But my zucchini plants, there's a lot in here that I can harvest today. I think they're starting to get spent. I think we might be at the end of the season for those. I can spot lots of cucumbers under there that are ready to go. I yanked out the snow peas, those were done. Chickens got a good treat. In fact, you can see in there, gonna weigh out when I pulled those out of there. I actually sowed a few more of the snow peas in here to let them sprout on their own, some of the pods that had dropped. I have so many tomatoes. This is the tomato and pepper patch, and then I have just these two little tomato plants here at the front of this herb bed. So many tomatoes ready today. So cucumbers, zucchini, tomatoes, some peppers. I think that's what I'll gather today. Might also have some strawberries. Oh yeah, I've got several back there. These are the Seascape strawberries. Look at this one. Oh my gosh. These are just beefsteak heirloom tomatoes. I also have, man, some of my Cherokee purples are massive, but I'm gonna wait for them to get a little bit more ripe before I pick them. You can pick tomatoes early and have them ripen on the counter, and I'll definitely do that when we start to get more moisture and when the temperatures really start to cool down. This is the bed that I made for fall planting. I need to wet down this garden bed, and then I'm going to sow these carrots, radishes, rutabagas. I think I also have a little packet of parsnips. They're in my mom drawer, in those drawers that I just did some organizing in.
We wait, hear the birds and see the sun. Side by side our fears are done. Oh, the good times just begun. We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it. We don't need no
might as well water these flowers while I'm at it. I actually planted these yesterday, these planters on either side of the front of the garden. What was in them was looking pretty sad and spent. So got some new plants in there for the next probably month or two. We'll see how long they last. This has the compost on it. It's all wet down. We shall see when these carrots, rutabagas, parsnips, and radishes sprout. These are going in now, and then I think it's time for some harvesting.
Hear the crickets sing, side by side and through and through. No limit to what we can do. Oh, we know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright. You and I, we got it. We don't need no more. Even in the hard time, you and I can weather any storm.
have this little wagon full. I actually didn't put these in here. Whenever I buy plants at the nursery, Haley loves to put them in this wagon and take them on an adventure. She literally just goes all around our property and like talks to them as if they have like a personality and a character. It's just one of her little things that she likes to do. I picked these up because I am going to be replanting these planters on either side of my greenhouse. These are the ones that I planted in the springtime. It's definitely time to give them a bit of a refresh. The stuff in here is fine. Some things need to be swapped out for something else. For now, I'm going to give, whoop, someone left that on. I'm going to give these new plants a bit of a drink. It's not time for me to plant these yet. I think I'm actually gonna do that in my fall clean and decorate with me video that comes out in September. Stay tuned for that. Just give the ones in here that still have some life left a little drink for now. We just deadheaded our hydrangeas. When I say we, I actually mean Haley. I asked her if she wanted to give the hydrangea bush a haircut, and she was more than happy to oblige. Okay, let's bring that produce in from today and get it washed up. Oh, it smells very orangey in here. Could you turn on the ceiling fan, please? The only ceiling fan in our house? Strawberry?
A strawberry. Ow!
If you've thought from the gardening portion of this vlog that my life is very aesthetic, well, me coming in to get pelted with Nerf bullets might just put that idea to rest. So many tomatoes this time. Oh, I might just have to make us some burrata, tomato, bruschetta. I think that's gonna go with our focaccia. Speaking of focaccia, it is time to throw it into its pan.
Focaccia, is that what you're making for tonight?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Because we have lots of tomatoes. I thought I could make that burrata tomato.
You're not, eh?
Yeah, to have with focaccia. I would love to color with you. Let's do that. Are you okay with the camera being going while we color? Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. Do you want one that's like summertime? Do you want another cozy fall one?
I don't want a cozy fall one.
Okay, which one would you like?
I would like Christmas.
A Christmas one? Oh, that was really cute though. Oh my gosh, with the little creatures. Okay,
No.
so we've been doing just coloring time together at the table. It's been so fun. We print out a picture off of Google. I've actually bought a couple on Etsy too. Really requested a Christmas one this time, which is pretty fun and cozy.
That one's mine.
This one here?
No.
I've been working on a couple of these ones. I like the ones with like small clip art on it because you can just work on one little thing at a time. We found the best brand of colored pencils. These are off of Amazon. And they're ridiculously cheap and such good quality. So I will link these for you guys in the description box. If you're in the market for some colored pencils, you don't have to be a kid to enjoy
Coloring.
Yeah, it's fun, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I have a question for you guys.
What?
Do you get sad when summertime is over?
No. I get happy
Why are you happy?
because it's not so hot.
Yeah.
I like the fall time.
What's your favorite part about the fall time?
Going to Grandma's house. I mentioned I want it at Christmas now.
I love Christmas.
I love Christmas too.
Oh, that's so
I put
pretty.
a slight touch on the bottom.
I like how you did that lighter.
Fall time's my favorite.
Fall time's my favorite too. We talk about how much we love fall time and like the foods.
The Christmas food.
Christmas foods, all those cozy foods. But think about it, like tonight, because of summertime, we're going to eat our focaccia bread with the garden veggies on the top. We're gonna have the chopped tomatoes and basil and plums, the burrata cheese. We've got zucchini. So I make a lot of zucchini bread in the fall time with like pumpkin spice, but that zucchini is here because of the summertime. I think we need all the seasons. And we need to enjoy all of the seasons, but it's okay to like some seasons more than others. So you guys think your favorite part of the summertime might be your birthday party in a couple days?
I love my birthday party because it's on April. Guess, what's your favorite part of the summer?
Hey, Mom.
Oh, do you want them to comment?
Yeah.
Okay, well then you'll have to comment below. What has been your favorite part of summer? And did you know that people on the southern hemisphere right now, it's actually winter for them?
What was your favorite? And by the way, what was your favorite part of the winter?
Yes, if you're a southern hemi friend. Okie dokie. Well,
What?
it kind of looks like a focaccia from Wish. Well, let's hope it tastes better than it looks. Look at it, Weston. I can hear the.
It looks like it's from Wish.
That's what I said.
Oh, nice.
Hello.
Hi.
It's been a while since you've been in a video.
I know, I'm sorry.
You were off at camp? How did middle school camp go?
So good.
What, like 35 middle schoolers? We actually got to go visit Weston and all the other leaders and the campers. We were in eastern Washington.
Columbia
River,
yeah.
Wenatchee River, kind of where they meet. There's a state park there, and the kids had a lot of fun. We did lots of swimming. We were just talking about like our summer, because this is the last video before it's September, and we're like into fall content. So we've just been kind of talking about summertime and the different fun things we've been able to do, and how we don't really miss summer because we actually look forward to each season. But how do you feel? Do you miss summer when it's gone?
Mom.
I just think it should be summer always.
Yeah. You're one of those, aren't you?
Yeah, well, I have all the lame holidays.
Oh, so what holiday in summer is your favorite?
4th of July, it's the greatest holiday of the year. There's literally not a better holiday.
Is it because you get to dress up in your skimpy little overalls?
That's a part.
Well, I am sorry for you that we are saying goodbye to summer. It's been a good one though, hasn't it?
Now back to pumpkin spice lattes.
You had a pumpkin spice latte today. So I don't know who around here is rushing the fall time.
I don't mind fall. I just think summer and fall can be the only holidays.
Oh, you'd be content with no winter and no spring?
Yep.
Okay, that's fair. Hey, you can't just eat the roasted garlic out of the focaccia. What are you doing? This is definitely a summer staple. This tomato salad. Our garden just keeps
Beautiful.
giving us, isn't it? Look at all the different colors of tomatoes.
The garden that keeps on giving.
It really is. So I'm gonna finish making this tomato burrata salad. Weston's finishing up the chicken, and then it's dinner time.